All right, what you're looking at is what I refer to as my first house I built. All right. Now, I want you to know something, right? I think this was a really smart move on my part. Now, before I go tell you exactly how I pulled this off, right? I got to tell you something. I think it was a stroke of genius, right? So, I'm a contractor, right? With a C6 license in a cabinet shop, right? And I was going to basically, whatever, build a house. That was what I wanted to do, right? And I needed to do it as least expensive as possible. And I'm going to use all the different tradesmen to help me, right? My end was the millwork, doors, cabinets, right? Baseboards. Okay. So anyway, interest rates at the time were in the double digits, right? And I was watching this development and also this builder, right? They were struggling, right? So one day I came up with this idea. I walked into the sales department and I said, "Hey, I know how you could sell a home right now, right? With only one condition." Right. And I introduced myself and I basically showed that I had the cabinet shop and everything. Right. I told them, I want to do the millwork on this house and I'm going to purchase it right now. I'm willing to put my earnest money up right now. Well, naturally, they had to get approval, right? Which they did. So, anyway, when you go into this, basically watching this video, okay, I'm going to basically show you also a clip from basically the cabinet shop, our little showroom, showing you the actual cabinet display, right? And so when you're looking at this video I'm creating, you'll say, "Oh, okay, yeah, there's this cabinet, right? It was a maple raised panel. That's what we call it, right? With a matching drawer front. Yeah, it was very in at the time, right? And this, I want you to know this build, right? Because they allowed me also to go do pre-inspections to help them out. We cranked out this house in 6 months. All right, with that being said, let's get into the video and watch it together. Yeah, I was really proud of that. Basically, I'm gonna say, I don't know, collaboration with the builder. Yeah, I mean, pulling that deal off. Yeah, got to do the millwork. Yeah. So anyway, let's basically show you some more because we want to keep this video as short as possible.
Okay, folks, we're going to bring you back 35 years ago, and here is what the wise guy looked like back then when he produced a video for his business. Let's watch it together.
Oh, that's me and oh, never mind.
Okay, this is the inside office. It's where we do all our figuring out. We don't really have a full showroom, but we do have some display cabinets in here. As you notice, we try to keep a neat working environment all the time.
There's the cabinet.
Very important. Got some flooring material. Arrangement of cabinets right there. We have a maple and.
Okay. All right. Let's see if I can base it. There's the cabinet right there. You'll see in my house. Right. And I was going to base you whatever. Can you hear that? We're multitasking. Do, right? All right. So creating the basic video right now for the first house. Okay. So this video is also going to, as I multitask, going to be doing the same thing where it's going to have multiple values to it. So we're going to be also showing you, right, you'll see in the background the basically house, right, the best way to put it, that I got to basically build together, okay, with all the different tradesmen, right? But you see my little girl, and then she could go ahead and share this video, right, where she was born, right, with my grandson. All right, let's get back to work so we can get this video out on the wide world web. We're kicking some serious butt right now. Let's pump this video out. All right, that's a cool song. I think it was called Time. All right, now we're going to show you the finish, right? Exterior of the home, right? But it was a tiny home, okay? And I want you to know something too, right? All right, it was affordable. By me doing the mill work, right? I saved $20,000. Why is that important? I want you to know something too, right? Not only, right, help qualify for the loan, but it keeps the property tax down. And I was able to upgrade my home, yeah, with those custom cabinets. So when it came time for me to sell it, hey, the only one in the neighborhood with custom cabinets. I want you to know the development I'm in right now, I did the same thing. I walked into that sales department and said, hey, I know how you could basically sell 2 homes right now. First thing they said to me, well, how are you going to pay for it? I told them to flip our house, right? So, hey, all right. And then I basically pointed out to them, hey, it's going to be on a contingent. Yeah, contingency, right, on that sale, right? And then the whole time, the basic sales representative was going, man, you're tough. You're tough. I said, hey, we're working within the budget of what I believe I could sell that house for, right? So, and I upgraded it myself, just like that base house. But I had to do it. I didn't get to jump in as a tradesman because it was basically in another state, but that's okay. I basically got whatever upgrades, like the 8-foot doors in this house, right? But I came in and decked it out afterwards, right? So, yeah, we're going to show you real quick what I'm talking about right now with the photo. They're called rollouts. Okay, so rollouts. You like that feature? Man, I tell you something, since I was a teenager, and those are my rollouts, right? Hey, we'll go back into some photos. You could tell my style that you're looking at it, right? Okay. So every basic, we call it openings, right? Okay, hey, there's no point popping them in something this small because you start to waste space. We want to use every inch, but look, okay? Yeah. So we were just talking about the cabinets interior, right, for storage, right? But also in this house, right, I pretty much paid to have basically all the roughing done, right? You know, like the wire in the basically ceiling fans, right? Okay. Same thing with above the bathroom vanity basic cabinets. And then I would go in and put those electrical fixtures in, right? I'll tell you something. Here's what's really important, right? If I was basically also running a sales department, the first thing I would tell the salespeople is, look, let's qualify them, right? See what they can afford, right? And then if, right, they can afford all these upgrades themselves, we'll go ahead and provide that for them to make it easy on them. Yeah, because, you know, doing construction work is not basically sometimes an easy task, right? Okay, here's what's coming next, right? We're going to get into the interior of our little home. Yeah, it was tiny, right? But we made the most of it. Yeah, we were basically constantly having venues, right? Yeah, it was a good little home. Yeah, you'll see, right? It was tiny, right? And you get to see now my little girl, the little wise guy. Yeah, that's the little wise guy, right? She's a true trooper, right? I used to take her to Home Depot. She'd ride on the cart, and I'd always say, "Yay, you're my number one helper." And she is. Yeah, she's a good girl, right? So you see, when me and her dealing with her birthday cake, right? She was holding a mini Barney, right? See that little purple Barney? Yeah, and then Barney, yeah, he joined us, right, for her party. Okay, because I don't want to forget the latest addition to the White Sky family. Yeah, this is for you, little Wylan. Yeah. Okay, you look like your great great grandpa. Mm-hmm. Your mommy's grandpa. Okay, but I'm your grandpa. Yeah. All right, so here's my closing statement, right? Now, you watched the whole video, or even a portion, thank you, right? It's appreciated. In that house, when you look at the video and you look in the background, right? Even you see the kitchen, and there was like what we called the family room right next to it, but it was pretty small, right? If you look really, go and look into it, right, you can see a fireplace mantelpiece or shelving on the side, right? And then at one point, we're in the front room, right? And we're opening up one of her birthday presents, right? And you'll see a black mirror on the wall, and you can see a little bit of the granite dining room table and those chairs. That all came out of my cabinet shop, too. Yeah, all that, right? But anyway, we went down memory lane together, and right, and I want to appreciate if you guys watched it, like I said, and we'll see you on the next video. I want to thank you for watching the video, and please, we could use your help. Hit the like button and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next video.